It's morphin' time. Right there's a bag full of rubber ducks. Handy dandy. Notebook. What am I possibly going to do with that?
Yeah, we are in the place to
What's up everybody, Tendo here. I'm about to hop in the van and run over to my storage unit to grab some things that I need in order to work on the game room today. You know, it's been a really interesting thing, the game room, since starting this channel. I knew it was going to be a lot of work. You know, painting shelves, installing shelves, rearranging, that's all stuff I'm into. But to be honest with you, the game room's been a little bit more work than I thought it would be when making these videos, because I bring in so much stuff every day from thrifting. It all has to go somewhere. It all has to be filed into my spreadsheets, etc., etc. And about every other week, everything kind of piles up and the game room's a mess, and I've got to overhaul it. It's just something that has happened like clockwork every couple weeks, and that's what today is. We've got to make the game room look better than it currently does. So let's do that today, and then we'll probably hit a game store up or something when Hannah gets off work. So stick around for that. Let's do it.
yeah, we are in the place to
I'm not exactly sure how difficult or easy this is about to be, because I've got a box of toys and other game room stuff. It's in one of these tubs, and I never remember which order they're in. I actually used to have labeling on them, but it was tape and it peeled off, so I have no idea which is which. But this top one is camera equipment. I'm betting it's this one, but let's figure it out. Not this one. Not that one either. Of course, it's the one all the way on the bottom. All right. I'm gonna go grab something to eat, and then we'll go home and get some work done. Just changing it up a little bit today. I'm gonna do Panda Express for lunch. I've eaten here a couple times this week, and it's been pretty good. The Kung Pao chicken and chicken teriyaki, please. All right, food is secured. But I also checked my mailbox, my regular mailbox, not my P.O. mailbox. Though I did check that today too. There was nothing in the P.O. box. But I have got no less than like 5 messages, direct messages this week. They're like, got a package on the way to your P.O. box. So can't wait to get those guys, can't wait to open them. But I checked my regular mailbox, and I've got a package with Chinese all over it, which means I got a new pair of glasses. You see these glasses that I've been wearing on the channel for quite some time now? It all started with one pair that I found at a Goodwill. They were awesome, so I ordered every color I could find off the internet, and when I ran out of options, I started ordering them from China. So I've ordered more than a dozen. They were all like $1 or $2 a piece, but they were all like, it's gonna take 4 months to get there. So they're starting to trickle in now, but there's no telling. There's no telling whatsoever what's in this bag. Also, pants, you might wanna watch out. He's sniffing it. All right, here we go. All right, I'm gonna try not to cut the glasses. I can't wait to see what color they are. All right, I know what they are now. Check this. They're the black ones with the red earpieces. Very nice. Well, I ordered some much more exotic ones of these, and I guess we'll be opening those slowly over the next couple months, because I ordered a lot. The Amazon guy came early today, so let's see what's in here. Look at that. Yeah? Now, why do I have 3 microphones? Well, let's talk about that. So a lot of you guys watching probably have noticed at this point that I post a new video every single day. I've been doing that for over 200 days now, I think. Maybe not quite 200, somewhere maybe just south of that, but close. I'm getting close to 200 days in a row, and that's a lot of work. Now, the way that I'm able to do that is my biggest priority when making videos is strictly efficiency. And the way that I maintain that efficiency is really making sure that every part of the job is easier. So I have done a lot of work around the house to set up charging stations for cameras to make sure that I never run out of battery, etc., etc. I could talk about that for hours. I am a camera person by trade. It's what I did for a living for so many years. So one of the newest things that I'm doing for efficiency is I'm investing in more of what I already have in order to make the job easier. So I've been shooting all of the videos that you watch on several different cameras, but with only one microphone. So right now I'm shooting on two cameras, right? I've got this guy, I've got this guy, and this guy up here, he has a microphone plugged into him. And what sucks is there's a big camera right here behind me where I often shoot the intros in my game room. It's my big fancy rig. That's my big expensive camera. So what sucks is that every time I need to come in here and I've done shooting here and I gotta shoot over there, I've gotta take the microphone off. I've gotta screw it in over there. And then, oh wait, now I'm leaving the house. I need that microphone on top of this GoPro, right? Or I need it on top of this camcorder, which is actually the same camera as these two cameras, but it's the one that I take with me on the go. So you can see there, it's a lot of extra time to switch all these microphones from camera to camera. So what I've done is I've ordered 3 more of them. So one of these is going to go on top of that camera, one is going to go on top of this camera, and one of them is going to go on top of this camera. Now, I no longer have to waste any time switching microphones between cameras, which means that every day that I go to make a new video, it's just that much easier. And that's how I do this. That's how I make daily videos. I get a comment probably once a day, sometimes twice a day, asking me, how do you have time to make a video every day? Well, that's how. I carve out every little second I can, and eventually there's just enough time in the day to do it. So I say all this to say, there's a lot of you watching that ask me all the time, what do I need to do to start a channel? I want to start my own channel. Well, start thinking like that. Start thinking how to best manage your time, and then start thinking about what you would like to do on a channel, because you've got to have time to do it before you can ever do anything. That's how I save time. Now, I've got some work to do because I've got a lot of microphones to plug up, so I'll catch you in a minute. All right, here's what has to happen. I murdered the mannequin. I wish somebody would walk by right now. Look at this. Oh man. I've got 2 mannequins in here, and they're both endlessly in the way. But anyways, this is a giant bin full of toys. There's one thing really important in here to me, and it's this bag of Power Ranger stuff. I would like to get that back onto the shelves in the game room. And then there is some Ninja Turtle stuff in here, which I want to go through and put the stuff that I don't have over on the Ninja Turtle shelf. And then there's just a bunch of nonsense in here that I'm probably just going to donate back to Goodwill. But we got a lot of work to get this done today, because there are shelves that need to be painted, things that need to be moved, things that need to be stored away. We got a lot to do, so let's get to it. I've got a big bunch of stuff that needs to be put away. Recent buys from the Goodwill bins. You know, I've got a lot of artsy, craftsy materials. I mean, you've noticed on this channel, right? We do a bunch of random artsy, craftsy stuff. Well, I've got a drawer full of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those away. This is about half of my life now, putting away things that I bought at the thrift store. Anybody else have that problem? Something else that needs to be put away. I bought all the inside packing stuff on yesterday's episode for my Wii Fit, so we got to pack this bad boy away. sealed copy of We Fit. There it is, in box We Fit. Alright, what's next? Weed peripherals, these go in the other room. This needs to go back to the storage unit. It's getting hot in here. I'm gonna need a little assistance. Alright, what else do we need to do? There's just so much to put away. Like, look right here. A chair full of clothes, the last few days worth of thrift finds there. Those gotta get put away. Still have no idea where I'm gonna hang this. Bought it on yesterday's episode, told the comments, let me know which side should be hung up, and here are a lot of tank sides. So, probably hang that up somewhere. Just gotta figure out where. Games to be sorted, camera batteries, gaming manuals, all things good! Alright, big bag of toys here. Kinda just gonna lay out what needs to go on the shelf. Power Ranger stuff for sure. Power Ranger books. I've got X-Men books too, and some Ninja Turtle books. And I don't know, there's not really enough room right now to display those, but we'll figure it out. These are so great. Can't wait to get the whole collection of these guys. There's several different ones. Here's a slightly bigger one with plastic heads. This is all plushy. And I've just been buying these. Here's the even smaller one. I've just been buying these at the thrift when I come across them. Not the mama. Don't know why that was in there, but I've got this whole new wave of child toy Zords. Boom. And then I've got, most importantly, it's morphin' time. I've got all those guys. So you might remember recently I did a huge haul where I brought home a huge box full of Ninja Turtle figures, and luckily the ones that I'm finding that I had stored away prior to that purchase are ones that are not on the shelf. So like, here's a wind-up. I don't know what he winds up and does, but he's a wind-up. Handy dandy. Notebook. What am I possibly going to do with that? I think I bought it because I was going to see if the mask came off easily and I could do my own custom Tendo Lego figure. Still might do that. Should we do that? You know all that talk of rubber ducks that I talk about all the time and how I've got so many? That there's a bag full of rubber ducks. And apparently there's some sonic screwdrivers in there. Weird. Y'all know what that is, right? I've got to get some new shelves put on this bookcase today, so I've got a lot of gaming manuals to get out of the way. So many! Okay, so the biggest challenge today is probably going to actually be getting my new shelves to take to this bookcase. There's a problem. These shelves right here, they came yellow, whereas the rest of the shelves in the room, I painted them the closest yellow that I could find. And it's a really strange thing because they all came from IKEA, but these yellow ones that came this way have a smaller mounting hole than the rest of them do, and you can't really easily buy replacement mounting hardware for these. You can buy replacement hardware for the regular ones at Home Depot, and that's what all this is. I buy lots of them and keep plenty around because I'm always bringing in new shelves and bookcases. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to just say screw it, and I'm going to try and size just the right drill bit and drill those out just a tiny bit and put the normal hardware in so they all match. It's going to be a little bit complicated. I really don't want to mess it up because I keep all of these shelves configured to the same spacing, and if I start messing the holes up, I'm going to have to start getting out wood filler and all kinds of other stuff that I don't want to do. But for now, I'm going to take drill bits and try to match one to the right sized hole. So here is one of the regular bookcases with the normal holes. Got to find just the right size drill bit. That one's pretty close. Closest one yet. That's the one. Perfect friction fit. Now, whenever I drill them down here, I gotta go in nice and straight because I do not want to mess this up. Alright, drilled out. Let's put the hardware in. Not going in easy at all. Let's go. We need a hammer. Good old rubber mallet. Alright. like a glove. Next up, we got to paint these shelves to put in the bookcase. These are IKEA shelves, just from a recent thrift pickup. Of course, they never come in yellow. Gotta rough them up a little bit before you put the paint on there, though, because they're awful smooth. There is not a lot of paint in here. I use about a can of this every week. We're almost definitely going to have to, at some point today, go to the Home Depot and get some more paint. But let's see how far we can make this stretch. First go down, BRB. All right, completely out of paint. We gotta go find some more. So there's that. I'm gonna leave those here to dry. Hannah just got off work. She's coming to pick me up. We're gonna go get something to eat. Gonna go get some more paint because we're out. And then stop by the game store probably. So let's go do that now.
Yeah, we are in the place to be.
We are eating here again for the second time today. Don't judge me. She really wanted it. I'm not exactly eating here regularly because I love it. I've just kind of gotten tired of Chipotle and, you know, noodles, rice, and chicken. It's just a slightly different way to eat it. What'd you get?
Some steak and some noodles. I don't really know.
You got some stuff? Panda Express was good. Shout out to David who came up while we were in there and said hi. Thanks for saying hi. And then I don't know what we're gonna do now. Where are we going?
Home Depot.
Home Depot, because we need spray paint and yellow paint. The paint I need is all locked up. I want you guys to comment below. You see these three colors? What color scheme do you think that is? What do you think I'm painting? I think it should be pretty obvious. That blue, orange, and white. Got spray paint? All right, that's all the paint. Now let's go find some video games to buy. Guitar Hero, Rock Band. There's not a lot here. There are a few things that I want, but everything that's new is marked $5, $4.29. So probably gonna leave these behind. Gonna give me some Ninja Turtles. It's better than nothing. What are you looking for?
Some PlayStation 1 games.
Alright, I don't really know how to explain to you what just happened, but basically when I first got to this Goodwill, there was a guy shopping and he had a big stack of video games and he saw I was shopping for video games and we kind of chit-chatted for a second. And then when I was leaving, he was outside. He's like, hey man, I didn't buy any of those games. If you want to go back inside and look at them. So I did. He left them in the books. Alright. Hey, Doctor Who, he's got good taste here. Speed Racer. Pac-Man World Rally. Gran Turismo. I've got a lot of these. G.I. Joe got it. Ultimate Alliance, I've got like 3 copies of that. Ratchet and Clank got it. Iron Man got it. Avatar, got multiple copies of that. Ooh. Will buy. That's mine. And then Splashdown. I don't know anything about that game. Alright. I'm definitely getting those 3. I'm gonna give the rest of these a review. That's wild, isn't it?
Yeah. We were just in the middle of the books.
Yeah, well, when he was shopping, I saw him flash Pac-Man. I was like, oh, I'd kind of want that. I do kind of want that. Speed Racer, I'm not sure if I've got that or not. I definitely don't need any of this. But also, all these games are marked like $5, which is a little bit much on some of them. Some of them it's worth it, but I'm gonna have to think about it. Alright, so none of that really went exactly according to plan because my plan all day had just been to go to a game store later tonight, and that didn't happen because we found a Goodwill and it was really, really good, so we just stuck with the Goodwill. We'll go to the game store later this week, but we got a bunch of paint, and then we got some video games. We're going to skip our normal end of video where we go over everything we got today because there's so much more to do in the game room before today is over. But Hannah got a cup, and she got a steamer. And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 video games. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the best right off the bat because bang! Ninja Turtles, Mutant Nightmare 3, let's go. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Smash Up. If these Ninja Turtle games or any of these games that I got today are good and you think I should play them, definitely let me know in the comments below because they all look pretty good. Splashdown, Rides Gone Wild. Very nice. Speed Racer. Very nice. This I'm pretty excited about. Pac-Man World Rally. And then this I'm equally excited about. Tekken 5. Greatest Hits Edition for the PS2. That's a haul right there. You know those hauls when all the games you come home with are like this? Alright, let's get back to work in the game room though. Something that inevitably happens every time that I change something in the game room or move something around is that something has to leave or something has to get moved aside. And so what's going to leave today is I'm going to actually go ahead and store away my Minecraft collection as well as all my gaming bags. Now that's a bit of a bummer because one of my favorite things in here is my Game Boy bags, my N64 bags. I've even got a nice 360 bag that I love. But they've just never looked good. This looks like a mess. This looks like exactly what I don't want this game room to look like. Just a spatial chaos. I don't want it right now. So I'm going to put them away. I'm going to wait until I find some sort of like display store rack at the bins or at the Goodwill one of these days. And then I'll bring back the gaming bag selection and display them on a proper rack. But for now, that stuff's got to go. Pour one out for the homies. And one for my homies. One of my favorites. This was found in a very, 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 very early thrift haul video on the channel. You go back to one of the first few. Found that in one of my first thrift haul videos. I've got a lot of DS bags and stuff, but those Game Boy bags, Game Boy Advance bags, that stuff's probably some of my favorites too. Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP. I love these. Here's 2 Game Boy Color ones. I love these so much. Look, it's Hannah.
Painting.
Okay, so check this out. This is not a drill. Remember this giant Lego I was talking about customizing earlier? Well, turns out it's a piggy bank, which I noticed because it has a plug on the bottom that's gone. But I looked up in there, and it's going to be real hard to see on camera, but I kid you not, there's a dollar bill in there. So I don't think my pliers are going to be long enough. Hold on, I've got an even better tool. Okay, so these are called hemostats. You're probably only going to know what they are if you're involved in the medical career or if you like to smoke the good stuff. But I think these will reach. Sitting here thinking, well, I can't see in there. I guess I should take those glasses off. I was not kidding you. There was a dollar bill in there, and it's crisp, fresh. I probably paid 10 cents for this thing. All right, here's your pay for helping me paint. Thank you.
Woo!
All right, we're gonna start putting these shelves in. They're not completely dry, so I probably should wait, but you know, we've got video games to play. Did you see those video games we just bought at the Goodwill? I want to go play them. Alright, there's been a lot of tough decisions really because I was trying to keep these shelves spaced with the rest of the shelves in the room, both to kind of just keep it, I don't know, visually same, but also because I want to maximize space, and this is kind of the perfect configuration to maximize the space on these shelves. But my Power Ranger stuff is just too big. Like this Yellow Ranger, she wasn't going anywhere but on a double shelf. And that really looks awesome. How cool would it be to have the whole set, though? Can't wait to find the rest of those in the wild. I can never find this guy in particularly good shape. Alright, for now, I think the Power Ranger shelf is good. We're going to move down. I wanted to keep the Pokemon next to the Nintendo, but not thinking that's going to happen right now unless I move the Nintendo entirely, and I definitely don't want the Nintendo any further down. So I'm going to move these Pokeballs off the Nintendo shelf, fill out the rest of the Nintendo shelf, and then make a Pokemon shelf all on its own.
Whoa, there we go. In the place to be.
Alright, so here's what we've got. This is the new improved Toy Shelf 2.0. I'm pretty happy with where it's going. I know the last few times that I've done game room updates, it's predominantly been toys, but this is just something that makes me the happiest in the game room and something that I've really wanted to get right. So that's why the last few game room updates have just been predominantly toys. Hopefully, we'll move on to something else in the next game room update. But I want to start out by telling you what I love about this. It kind of is a perfect representation of what I like so much about thrifting, and it's that my collection is just this patchwork thing, right? For me, that's aesthetically pleasing. Plenty of people like having entire sets of something in box and just having clean displays. I like the chaos and the mess of this. That's it. That's why this is one of my favorite things in the game room. I just love this madness. It just, I don't know, it makes me feel a certain kind of way. But let's go ahead and run through it shelf by shelf. I'll tell you what I was thinking, and then we'll chat about it a little bit at the end, and maybe you can make some further suggestions or tell me what you like or don't like. But for now, let's go through it top to bottom. So this top shelf was originally just going to be my X-Men shelf. I don't even really want to collect Marvel. I really just like X-Men, but I've got some other stuff in here, obviously, that I just can't make myself get rid of at this point. So, first off, these are my X-Men figures here. Beast, Cyclops, there's Wolverine, Daredevil, and here's a little Wolverine. And this is actually a vintage Spider-Man Potato Head, and I just can't get rid of it, so he's up here too. I have no attachments to Iron Man, but because this shelf isn't filled out, we'll leave him here for now and get something else. I know it's kind of sacrilege to throw the Batman stuff up here with the X-Men, but let's just call this my superhero shelf, okay? We'll just call that the superhero shelf. Moving down to the Super Mario shelf, it's a real mess. It's real chaos, but I'm happy with all the stuff I've got so far. Lots of Mario Kart stuff. A few plushies that are just the right size. I definitely have come across some much larger plushies Mario-wise at the thrift, but I'm not trying to go ridiculous like I am down here with these Power Rangers, right? Some of those are just so big. But I've decided to tuck my Super Mario Brothers 3 back here. There goes Diddy, and I don't like that. Definitely need to put that back on the front, but then that covers up so much of the other shelf. But we'll leave that like that for now. This is not even Princess Peach, but I sure thought it was at the bins, so I bought it anyways. It's not even Disney. It's just rip-off. But we'll tuck her back there. And then moving down to the Power Rangers shelf, this is something that has not been in my game room for many months. Many months I've had it packed away, and I'm glad to have it back because one of the other things I like about all this is all that color that comes from the 90s, right? And one of the best examples of all that color from the 90s is the Power Rangers, right? So I've got what I have. This is what I have. I am missing a few of everything. Like, it's all just, like I said at the beginning of this, it is all patchwork, right? So, like, I only have a Pink Ranger Zord, and I don't think I have anything else Pink Ranger. It's just so hard to find sometimes. No big Pink Ranger plushie. No, there's the Pink Ranger Zoid. I don't even have the Pink Ranger flip head, but that's something else I need to get. And yeah, I love me some Power Rangers, and I never pass up an opportunity to buy a Power Rangers toy at the thrift. So the next thing I did is I put together a Pokemon shelf, and it was a little bare at first, and then Hannah had the bright idea to put the VHS tape back there. I'm only missing a few from that set, so that's cool. And then this is a little bit tucked away. Here's the official Pokemon handbook. I think I got this at a book fair when I was a kid. Not this one. I don't have anything from when I was a kid. But I remember studying this like it meant something and memorizing every stat. I was obsessed when I was a kid. But that's on that shelf. Of course, the one and only. One of my best finds of the year last year for sure at the bins. And then here's the Detective Pikachu tin that actually has the entire set of the Detective Pikachu cards in it. I just kind of went wild whenever the movie came out and bought enough packs to get the whole set. And then, of course, the Burger King Pokeballs. Super happy about that. One of the most nostalgia-inducing things in this entire room, that Pokedex. That needs a little bit of work. I've got some more Pokemon stuff laying around the house that I need to get in there. But look at this Ninja Turtle shelf. It's full. I don't think we can fit another Ninja Turtle on there. I think we're going to have to, for sure, do something else with the Ninja Turtles soon. Put them on a different shelf. I don't know. Because I don't think I can fit one more figure on there. But recently picked up Turtle Cups. Those are Hannah's favorite. Those are cool. Moving on down, Star Wars shelf. It's looking a little bit bare, but that's because that's all the little Star Wars stuff I have. I mean, look at this. I've got all this stuff laying around. So really, I could do a whole shelf with Star Wars stuff. So this is going to have to be worked on. We'll talk about the last shelf here in a minute, but the last shelf has my miscellaneous on it. I'm thinking about doing like I did with the Power Ranger shelf, losing one of these shelves, get rid of the miscellaneous, and then put the helmet in there. I could stand the Master Replica Luke Skywalker lightsaber up if I did that. Lots of little things like that. But that's the start of the Star Wars shelf. I am missing a couple of these guys. I've got them packed away, but I have the whole Star Wars Pez set. I just got to get them all in the same place. But let's move on down to the last shelf. It's all just miscellaneous. This is just stuff I can't get rid of. These are all Pez that some of you guys sent to me. So this is all P.O. Box mail time stuff. So I keep those guys proudly displayed. And then it's all just random. Here's a shark Lego we put together on the channel that one of you guys sent. And then got some trolls back there. My favorite TARDIS. I've got a bunch of them. That's the TARDIS my mom gave me. The rest of my TARDIS collection's in my bedroom. There's a little bit of Fortnite stuff in there. Gumby. The Fez is also a Doctor Who thing. There's some old McDonald's toys in there. There's Brain back there. 2 handy dandy notebooks. Exodia the Forbidden One. Some dinosaurs. Some of the best dinosaurs. Can you see them both over there? Mm-hmm. Those guys are awesome. And then, last and certainly not least,
that was easy.
And that is the bottom shelf. So, what I want to know, guys, what's your favorite thing about my new shelf? Do you like the Power Rangers? Do you like the Nintendo, the Batman, Marvel? Do you like the Pokemon? Do you like the Ninja Turtles? Man, I like the Ninja Turtles. Do you like the Star Wars? Do you like the miscellaneous? I do like the miscellaneous. But come over here real quick before we end the video. I want to talk a little bit more about miscellaneous. Everything's kind of in disarray right now because I had to tear a lot of stuff apart to get all that ready. But here is my latest bookshelf that I brought home. And we have been going around painting all the other shelves. And what I'm going to do is get this bad boy painted up. And then this is going to be my miscellaneous shelf. Of course, this sits right behind. If you look over here, this is the table we normally shoot our wrap-ups at. So whenever the camera looks out at us, you'll be able to see this in the background. And what I'm going to do is just put a rotating bunch of nonsense on this shelf to look at in the background when we shoot the ends of our videos. I'm talking the most random nonsense that I can bring home from the clearance center just to put over there, right? That's what that shelf is going to be, but it needs more paint. That's not happening on today's episode. And then I, of course, got to go around all of my life and gather up the nonsense that might sit on that shelf. You guys know what kind of nonsense I've bought in the past. You know what I'm talking about. So, again, comment below. Let me know what your favorite thing about the game shelf is. Maybe let me know what your favorite video game we bought today was, but those Ninja Turtle games, right? Those were awesome. And then also, before you go, guys, please do me a favor. Run over to our Discord and join it. One of my most favorite things about our community Discord, our community chat, it's called Discord if you don't know what it is. It's really just a place to chat, kind of like Reddit or something. My favorite part about it is when you guys come show me your game room stuff. So if you haven't joined, come join. Come show me in the game room section on our Discord your game room, your toy shelf. I want to see you guys' toy shelf. Give me some inspiration for my toy shelf in the future. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe let me know in the comments below too, or run over to our Discord and tell me if you can think of any toys I've brought home on this channel that didn't make it on the shelf, because I'm sitting here banging my head and I just know somebody's going to remember something I didn't. But join the Discord. It's a good time. And then before you go, guys, we're like, let me take these glasses off, be serious for a second. We're so close to 1,000 subs, it's scary. Like, it came faster than I ever thought it would. 1,000 subs is where we get to be real YouTubers. It's where we get to monetize and all that good stuff. So if you're watching, please hit that sub button. Help a brother out. Help me get to 1,000 subs. So the sooner 1,000 sub gets here, the sooner we can make that 1,000 sub video, right? We're going to make something spectacular, hopefully. We plan on doing that at 500 subs, of course, but there was a funeral. We weren't able to do it. But we will do a spectacular 1,000 sub video. So hit the sub button, and then if you are subbed, do hit that notification bell so that when we post video game updates in the future, you'll get a notification as soon as I post those videos. You can come back right then and hang out with us. Until that time, guys, peace out.